Hey everyone, what's going on? Jeff here from Films at Home, and today I'm going to show off some movies from a new boutique label that I recently discovered that I think a lot of you classic film noir, and sort of film historian experts out there will really appreciate. So I had been talking on my podcast recently and talking in a few different videos about how I want to explore more of what's out there in the 30s and 40s and 50s in Hollywood. And, I watch a lot of the mainstream stuff. I'm pretty caught up on the 80s, 90s, 2000s, but I really don't have a great knowledge of like the 30s and 40s and 50s and these early film noir and early Hollywood productions. And now I don't know whether or not this was because they heard in the podcast that I had mentioned this with Heath and from Serial at Midnight, or if they had just seen some of my videos. But the team from Classic Flix reached out to me, and they offered to send over a few Blu-rays that I could start to watch, which were kind of film noir focused, as well as some really cool Little Rascals TV collections on Blu-ray. So Classicflix.com is the website, and Classic Flix is the label. They have a fairly small number of releases right now on their website, but it's a lot of really good stuff. And so I picked out a few, and I've had a chance to watch a couple, and I wanted to show you guys what I got here and talk a little bit about their label. So I'm going to show you a few that I got here, starting with Tmen, 1947 film noir. Pretty important movie because it was the breakout movie for director Anthony Mann, but also his first time pairing with cinematographer John Alton. So this one's really well shot. I really enjoyed it. It's, a black and white, gritty, realistic movie, but I had a lot of fun with it. The cool thing about these releases too is that they come packed with features. So it's got an audio commentary, it's got featurettes with film critics and film historians and directors and biographers. It's got a couple of interviews with Nina Mann, who is the Anthony Mann's daughter, and it's got a 24-page booklet with stills, posters, production art, things like that. So they really do give you the full package, and the film noir stuff is really some of my favorite that they've put out. Now another one is He Walked by Night, starring Richard Basehart. This was directed by Alfred Worker, but apparently Anthony Mann was uncredited and also did some work on this. It also has John Alton's cinematography. 1 year after Tmen, they put this out, and this is another great release here with a booklet, a couple of featurettes with the cinematographers and directors again, and film historians, another audio commentary track added, and just a really fun black and white, 1:37 aspect ratio, old time film noir movie that I had a lot of fun with. I think these are really cool. Like, I really like this genre, so I'm glad that Classic Flix is, Kino does some of these, and Olive Films has done some of these in the past, and there are a couple other labels. Criterion will do them, but Classic Flix seems to have a really good grasp on the film noir, so I think that's really cool, and I'm really liking what they're putting out. Now this one's a change of pace here. This is a comedy, and it's the Marx Brothers comedy, Night in Casablanca. Now the Marx Brothers hadn't been on screen in 5 years when they made this movie. This came out right after World War II, and the Marx Brothers are breaking up a Nazi spy ring. So pretty interesting current events type movie. This is actually newly restored and had a Blu-ray debut from Classic Flix. So this is the first time on Blu-ray. Love seeing that, and always support people who are doing work to put movies in HD for the first time. Now from 1956, we got a short little detective movie here, still in black and white. Even though we're in 1956, we're still doing black and white here. That was kind of a stylistic choice by a lot of people, but it's The Killer Is Loose, which is a real fun detective story. Only 73 minutes. They used to make short movies. They used to make movies and really wrap them up in less than 90 minutes. Now they take 3 hours or a miniseries to wrap up. But I thought this was pretty good too. Joseph Cotten, Rhonda Fleming, Wendell Corey. Pretty interesting movie. Now from 1954, we've got Down Three Dark Streets, and I haven't actually had a chance to watch this yet, but the synopsis is what really sold me. It's about an FBI agent who gets gunned down in the line of duty. Apparently there is a big climax set in front of the Hollywood sign, which is really cool. That's definitely like very old Hollywood. I like that. Has a great cast. It has an Oscar-winning cinematographer in Joseph Byrok, who did The Towering Inferno. Like, it's got a great pedigree behind it. And again, only 86 minutes. That's like the beauty of these movies, is that you can really get caught up on a lot of them because they only take 90 minutes. They're as long as, one episode of The Mandalorian or something, and you can watch an entire movie. Now we're going to go way back in time, 1937. We've got Stand-In, a black and white comedy, which actually stars Humphrey Bogart in a comedic role. Not something he was known for, but he's actually pretty decent in this movie. It was directed by Tay Garnett, produced by Walter Wagner, and it's a real screwball, slapstick, typical, like, Three Stooges-esque 1930s comedy, but the fact that you get Humphrey Bogart in that comedic role is, I think, what's most interesting, because he is not well known for that, but he's actually pretty funny in this movie. Now from 1937, we've got You Only Live Once with Henry Fonda, Sylvia Sidney, and directed by Fritz Lang. Haven't watched this one yet either, but it seems like it set the stage for a lot of like Bonnie and Clyde type stuff. Basically, it's like this couple and the guy gets arrested. He's kind of a perpetual loser who's getting thrown in jail for different crimes, and now they're on the run. And it really sets the stage for like that, criminal couples on the run genre, I guess, subgenre that's sort of become pretty popular in lots of different movies over the ages. So interesting, great actors, obviously, great director. Can't wait to check it out, and very cool. Again, 86 minutes. Shorter than most miniseries. Now, some of the coolest things that Classic Flix have done that I want to show off, and they own the rights to these, so this is the only way to get them, are these awesome Little Rascals Blu-ray sets. So they own the rights to these completely. They go all the way through Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, and this Volume 5 set. You've got all the shorts here completely remastered, uncut, restored. They go all the way back to 1929 and all the way up to 1936. So there's just dozens and dozens of episodes across all 5 of these, and I think that's super cool. Like, the Little Rascals are huge in old Hollywood. They're a bunch of shorts, sort of like the, I guess, kids version of like the Three Stooges almost. Like, they were at that level of popularity in the 20s and 30s. So I love having these. Like, it's just a super historical like piece, as somebody who likes to collect almost as an archive, and to build a collection of these classic movies and things that otherwise may have been lost if people aren't collecting the Blu-rays. This is what's really cool to me about what Classic Flix is doing, because they have stuff like this from 1929 where they've restored, and I must say beautifully so, like black and white. These look awesome compared to what you might find on like YouTube or streaming or something. This is the way to watch the Little Rascals, and they just look incredible. I haven't seen all the episodes because there's a ton of them, but there's like 11 or 12 on each of these, so we're talking about like 60, 50 to 60 episodes of the Little Rascals that they've restored and completely, uncut, remastered it, fixed the color, fixed everything. They look great, and it's a real testament to the work they did, and I really appreciate them for doing that work, because if they didn't, I don't know who else would have. It's really, really cool work, and that's why I was happy to take a look at some of their movies and give them a little promotion on the channel. So if you guys are interested in film noir or early 30s and 40s Hollywood comedies, crime movies, the Little Rascals for sure, definitely check out Classic Flix. They're at classicflix.com. I'm not getting paid for this video or anything. I obviously got a few movies sent to me from them. So there's no like official sponsorship. There's no paid ad here. I'm not getting any kickback if you guys go and buy from them, but I will leave some Amazon links where you can pick up their stuff, but also check out their website and buy direct from them, because that supports them 100%. So that's a great way to support them, and I think if you like these types of movies in this time period in Hollywood, you're going to really enjoy this label. It's one that I honestly didn't know about before they reached out to me, but I'm glad I know about it now, and it's definitely one I'll be keeping an eye on. So all the links will be in the description where you can check out these movies and where to buy them, but also make sure you subscribed and like this video so others will see it and we can spread the word about great stuff that's coming to Blu-ray, like all of these movies and TV shows. Also, make sure to follow me on social media. Links are in the description for that, as well as links to my podcast, where you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, as well as right here on YouTube in video format. So make sure your notifications are on so you never miss a video, whether it's podcast, live stream, review, whatever. I don't want you to miss it. Turn the bell on. You'll enjoy it. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting Classic Flix, and thanks for supporting my channel by watching this video. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day out there. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will talk to you all soon.